junior year of high school. I have 2 younger siblings. Evan is going to be 14 and Rachel is just turned 10. And I have 2 dogs named Murray and Duke. And I go to Bloomfield Christian and I play volleyball and basketball for my school. So I grew up in a Christian home. Both my parents read the Bible with us. We always prayed together. But I struggled with an anxiety disorder. So that was extremely hard for me. And one of the parts of that was one of my biggest fears was my mom leaving, like just to go out, even if she went out to the store, and something would happen to her. When I was around 6, that happened. So she went out and she went to go outside, and it was February, and as you guys know in Michigan, it's pretty cold. So she slipped on ice and broke her arm. And it wasn't a big deal at first. We were kind of like, it's going to be hard for the family, but we're going to get through it. But then the next day, my dad was coming home from getting my mom's medicine, and he tripped and he broke his hip, and he had to go to the hospital. So my dad was in the hospital for 2 weeks. My mom had a broken arm and had to have surgery. My sister was 1, my brother was 4, and I was 6. And we didn't really know what we were going to do because it was super difficult. But during that time at our church, several people came around and rallied around us and helped us out. We had people making us meals, people would come over and babysit us and take us to do fun things to get our mind off of things. And that was very impactful for me because they would also tell us the story of the gospel, and they would tell us about why they were doing this for us. And they told us all the stories, and one of the stories they kept telling us was the story of the gospel and how Jesus died for our sins, rose again, and now we can be saved and be with him eternally. And that was very important to me, and it was around that time I came to be a Christian. I don't remember a specific date, but that was just like around the time that I accepted Jesus. And so my family got through it, and we had the church rally around us. So I confessed my sins to God, and I openly professed him, that I believed him, and I became a Christian around that time. And so one of the verses that I apply with this is Romans 8:18, which is kind of around the chapter we're reading. For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us. So even though we suffer and things are difficult, we don't know how we're going to get through things, these sufferings are temporary, they only last for the time we're on earth, and they always will go away as long as we have Christ, because when we go to heaven, we have eternal blessings, and it's just going to be an amazing place to be. And so the one question I would ask you guys to leave you with is, do you have one of those groups of people that when you're going through a difficult time you can go to? And if so, who are those people? And just also being there for others and being that person. So